KGW.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, world.
What's happening with you?
Welcome to GNG. Another episode of Why Not?
Why not? Some people say,
Why?
but some people say, why not?
So check it out. We've been gone for a little while. We back, We had some hell of reasons.
Yeah, but
Things
yeah,
happen.
yeah. You all go through changes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But we're going to start this all right. We're going to start in prayer. So,
yeah. Father God, in your name, Jesus Christ, we gather here to ask for blessings in our finance, acute direction, guidance, and wisdom, to be debt-free, financial freedom. We also ask that you bind all spirits, confusion, negativity, procrastination, laziness, hesitation, fear, and doubt. Whatever we touch, Father God, let it be in your name. This show is bigger than us, but let's do it. In the name of Jesus, amen.
yeah. How you been, bro?
Oh, man, I've been, going through it, but I'm good. I'm good. As long as as long as I wake up in the morning, I'm good.
Yeah, they say no struggle, no progress. So it's all a part of life.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get into today's topic. Today's topic is, what is racism?
Okay.
Is it good or bad?
That's an interesting question.
Very interesting. They said, let me ask you a question. Are you racist?
I think I am in a little bit, in a little sense of, I look at racist two ways.
Right.
People could say I'm racist because I'm pro-black.
Right.
So it could be a interpretation or a misperception of what they think. Oh, because he's always. Well, you know what? Sometimes, I learned in this world, if you ain't right, nobody right around you.
Right. I agree.
But some people have it backwards. They feel like, hey man, I do everything for them. Nah, man. I understand Big Mama lived and did everything for everybody.
Right.
But if Big Mama would have took care of herself, Big Mama would be around a lot longer for the more kids.
I agree. I look at racism as like something that's, for as long as they don't get involved with hatred.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yes, I love my people.
Okay.
Yes, I love my child. Yes, I love your family.
Okay.
Yes, I love black people. But I don't hate white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, based upon things that happened in the past, you can grow to hate somebody, but hatred is a strong word.
It is.
And racism is like, I don't think it's bad, because I don't think it's bad to be pro-black. I don't think it's bad to be pro-white or pro-Hispanic or love your race or love your culture, because that's all you know.
Exactly.
And that's where you come from. That's your identity. You know what I'm saying? But when they get into hatred, then I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because now we're not looking at life in a fair zone. We're not looking at the betterment of this man. We're looking at the betterment of just me and my own.
Exactly.
So it can be, to me, good or bad. We can stray out of that fence and then where it goes.
Yeah, because a lot of people get they have negative connotations with the word.
Right.
Every time somebody says, "Oh, you racist," it's always in a bad way, in a bad light.
Right.
So the word took on a culture of something being bad.
Right.
It just, sometimes you got to know yourself in order to help someone.
Right.
That's just a simple, common sense way of thinking to me.
Yeah, because when you look at it, like,
and not to say that you're not gonna take care of them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's to say that, hey man, look, I gotta get me straight first.
Yeah, if I can't do nothing for you if I can't do nothing for me.
So they'll call you racist because you probably want to shop at all the black stores.
Right.
Now you taking the money and hold on, what's wrong with that?
That's just like, I was talking to a friend of mine, one of the owners of Fubu, and I was like, we've been wearing polo for
a long
time. And this same shirt then came out a million times.
And we done bought it over
and over. Again. It's crazy because this is my third black and red polo within the last 4 years.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like, when it get too faded, I go get me a fresh one.
Yeah. But
we don't wear FUBU clothes like that. We don't wear Carl Kanai clothes like that. We don't wear Pele or Rockaway, none of these urban designers, because we look at them like they seasonal. They come out for a season and they've been out this season. I can't wear it next season. But we've been rocking this since 15 years old.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We've been wearing the same polos since 15 years old. And he been saying he ain't make his clothes for us.
And still rocking it.
And we still rocking it.
Like we forgot he said it.
Right. You know,
because he said it, we put it down. Now you seeing the youngins with it.
Right. We generalize, we make our kids think they dress fresh and they're successful if they're wearing a polo.
Yeah.
We didn't equate the type of shirt to the brand. This is a polo type shirt. This shirt type is a polo type shirt. Yeah. But we thinking about the man on the horse.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And not only that, like you were saying, you know, because to me, just a polo man, they know we like stuff big and loud.
Right.
So they started making clothes big and loud with the polo with it.
Right.
The man big on the side. He big on the shirt on the side.
Right.
They knew we loved it. Went up in the urban areas, everybody buying it. Because without polo, that was the thing. You ain't hot. Right. My glasses, polo. I mean, he had to be all polo if you was somebody.
Right.
But then they said, you know what? Even after we giving all our money to them and boosting they wealth in millions, they brought it back down to what you got right now.
Right.
The small, original polo man.
Right. Who got glasses?
Who
make suits?
That's what I'm saying.
Who make shoes?
Everything.
Who make jeans? They make shirts. Why we not still wearing and supporting these black brothers?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta learn in America to show pride and take pride in our own.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, they won't exist. And if they don't exist, we don't have nothing. We fight and die behind, running in the streets, go sitting up 2-3 hours, 7 hours to go get a pair of Jordans. But we don't support our own outside of that. Yeah. Jordan is a brand of Nike.
Exactly.
You know, it's not his own. It's not his own company. It's just his brand of that company. But when at the end of the day, we sitting outside to buy and purchase a pair of Nike tennis shoes.
Period.
But we don't support our own.
No.
I love where I am in my life. I love who I am in my life. I wouldn't exchange it for nothing else in the world. You know, because God made me who I am. I could have been Bruce or Bryce or Brenton or somebody coming, you know, from a whole different colorway, but he made me black.
Exactly.
And I love being black.
Yeah.
And I feel in a certain extent I'm racist, but I don't display the hatred.
Exactly.
Regardless to how many years of slavery, how many years, like I tell my kids, you know, we both teach. I tell the kids all the time when they go to complaining about education, people die for this. Yeah. You know, people die to be educated, to learn how to read. And here we got our kids today, we spur them because we want to give little Johnny a better life than what we had. But at the end of the road, Booker, we ain't have a bad life. We had food on our table. We might not have what we want.
Yeah.
But we had food.
We had clothes.
We had clothes on our back.
We had a haircut.
We had a haircut and stayed fresh. You know what I'm saying? You know, we knew what it was.
We was at all
like,
the festivals. We was at all. It still didn't stop. You
know
what I'm saying?
We ain't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Every Mardi Gras we up.
To give our children more than what we had, it's like we crippling them.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. The best thing we can give them is love and culture. Yeah. Know who you are. Yeah. Know what you stand for, you know?
Yeah, man. So like you was picking at, you know, as far as our culture, man, we're racist, you know, like when they talk about maybe Trump, he go hard for his people.
Right.
And they call him racist. But if they look at it from his perspective, he don't think he's ever racist. He think he keeping his people in the game.
Right.
And I was wondering, well, why somebody had 8 years and couldn't keep his people in the game?
Right.
Because if he'd have did some great policies, maybe some of these killings wouldn't happen. Maybe if they told the police officer, you know what, you kill a person, you're going to jail for life. It'll stop a police officer to think about that.
Oh yeah.
It'll stop them. It'll stop them from killing people.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? If you got something and you have something to knock somebody out, their central nervous system, they knock somebody out and they fall out. Okay, but you ain't kill them.
Right.
But there's a difference from these guys ultimately, like you say, just killing people. So if he'd have did certain policies to be like, you know what, if you killed a civilian and you were dead wrong, then you're gonna get life for it.
Right.
Your position is powerful. Do you understand what type of position you're in when you cross that line, when you go through this training and you do all these oaths? Do you understand what you're about to do? Because if you one time kill somebody, anybody, you're gonna do life.
Well, a lot of these guys, you know,
They would think.
hide behind their badge.
They would think. And I'm not saying that they don't have good guys, because they do have good people.
Yeah, they got
But-
good cops, they
but
got good
some of them-
everything.
exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's not about the position, because we got black guys that's in that same position. You know, it's just about what's right and wrong.
Period.
And at the end of the day, if you violate, in the Bible it says thou shalt not kill, and you kill, you should be prosecuted for that. You know, but you know, in it's the day of society, it's like these guys bigger than the law.
Exactly.
You know, this been going on for years, but it's
Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines.
we about to move into the current events topics. You know, Booker saw a 911 situation that happened.
Oh yeah, man, it was talking about, I saw a video thing, and it was talking about Jon Stewart was representing the police officers, the EMS, the firemen, and emergency people, hospitals and stuff like that. Well, people that work at the hospital. They was talking about that 9/11 happened, and those EMS people went into that building and died. So from them dying, and they had people trying to rush to get in the building to save the people, they developed cancer and all type of diseases. So I guess while that was happening, Bush, I guess in Congress, set up a fund for those guys to get medical, so they wouldn't go into debt. So now they're talking about that there was going to cut them off, you know. So Jon Stewart wanted these guys to get life medical, but they only added, I think, 5 more years. All of Congress wasn't there, and basically, you know, that's why we need to have our own people in office. And understanding also, that's why, you know, the police and all of the EMS and public servants, they need to understand that the system don't like you too. Everybody getting their share of this. You know what I'm saying? So everybody needs to understand that. That's why we need to have good people, you know.
And that's bring us to the topic right now. We have my cousin Kerry Lashley. He's running for state representative.
Yeah.
He's a people's person. He's been in the streets. You know, he's keen in his campaign towards the youth. About having jobs and developing the youth. Because without the youth, there's no future. And I ask that you stand behind him because he's young and he's bringing energy. Not just because he's a family member of mine, but he's bringing energy to the table. He moved from California. He lived down here, he bought property, he taught down here, and he's been teaching, and now he's working for CPS. But he's a very good candidate for the position, and with your help and support, we can get him in office.
Exactly.
So vote for Kerry Lashley,
Vote for Kerry Lashley,
District 131.
District 131.
Alright, I watched a little show last night, Book, and I ain't gonna even lie, I've been on Showtime lately. Showtime been showing some nice movies, man,
Okay.
and nice documentaries. I found something that was very disturbing that I didn't really know about. Was a case in Chicago, a little young brother. He was not even 17 years old. One police, they followed him on the camera. Well, all to say that he shot the young brother 16 times.
Wow.
Okay, he could have, if he was trying to give him a warning, he could have shot him once. But he shot him 16 times, so unfortunately, you know the brother died.
Wow.
They were fighting for justice. The people of Chicago came out and rallied, campaigned and everything. Was that we want rights, we want freedom, we want justice. And at the end of the day, the cop wound up going to jail, but he's only been in jail for a year and he's eligible for parole in 4 years.
Wow.
So for murder,
Wow.
he done got a slap on the wrist. Okay, but the story, you gotta watch it because it's very, I'm telling you
Very
part of it, but it's very disturbing and it's a very good show though. Because it goes to show you, if we don't come together and stand for something, we gonna fall for nothing.
Exactly.
And this young brother didn't deserve to be killed or slain like he was, but you know, we gotta stand up for our rights. Bible said, get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like in this story, it's good and bad because a lot of people try to sweep it under the rug because they were running for election. The mayor swept it under the rug. The district attorney swept it under the rug.
Sad.
The police chief swept it under the rug. But they blamed it on the police chief.
Sad.
And they fired him. But he was like, it wasn't my call to release the film of this to the public. It was the mayor's call. Okay? But of course, you know they're going to
Blaming on
point
each
finger.
other. Yeah.
And the lower man got to go. And the lower man wound up being a police chief. So if you get a chance to see this documentary, you know, it's very warming as far as it's heart-taking because it shows everything. And the brother getting shot 16 times.
That's sad, man.
It's very sad. You know, I watched it the first time, but as they kept showing that, I couldn't watch it no more because it's like, that's my child.
Period.
That's
Period.
my child. I have a child 15 years old.
Period.
And I dare not want to see him being taken by the hands of police violence. Or no violence, period. You know?
Nah, man. No one
None.
wants
I want him to
that,
live
man.
his life. You know, I watched
No
a
one
couple
wants
on
to live
Steve Harvey the other day. The man was 103. His
Wow.
wife was 100 years old.
Wow.
And they've been together for 83 years.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about. Life.
Wow.
Living life. Enjoying life. You know?
That's amazing.
So if you catch some of these shows on Showtime, because they also got the Meta World Peace. Shouts out to Meta World Peace,
Shouts
aka
out.
Ryan Artest.
Love
Formerly known as Ryan Artest. You know, I had a chance to be in his brother company when he moved to Houston. To a great friend of mine's, Gotti.
Wow.
Brother of mine, I'm gonna say my brother
Wow.
from another mother. And I was introduced to this brother, and this brother was very touching because the picture they painted him to be as an animal, his heart was genuine. He took care of a lot of brothers.
Wow.
He took care of a lot of friends out the street. He gave them jobs. He created opportunity for other people. He wasn't a frugal person as far as with money. He spent money unwisely, but he just wasn't the type of person that cared about fashion. Ryan Hart was on basketball. He lived it. He ate it. He slept it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, he was crazy. But who ain't crazy
Gotta be crazy.
in this world?
Deal with
You
these
know what I'm
people.
saying? Who ain't crazy?
Deal with this world.
We fight and live in the country that fight for other people's rights and injustice, and we have people sleeping under the bridge.
Claybo.
You know?
Bad.
We're gonna get it right. More to you on J&J. We'll be back at you in a minute.
Why not?
I'm gonna cut it off in the midst of another one. Pig.
Chap, chap, chap.
One time in New Orleans, well, before it was even founded, a French teenager scared away a British warship with just a story. And great stories kept coming. Some of them are epics, like when the military came here and built the boats to win the war. Some make you move, like when music fans discovered jazz, funk, and bops. We had Johnny. But you know, some of our stories aren't so straightforward. In fact, they make no sense at all. While others prove that great things can happen, even on a Monday night.
Listen to this crowd.
The story of our city is the story of all of its stories, strung together like beads or rosaries, which some might call the same thing. Because for 300 years, great stories have started the same way. One time in New Orleans.
Pig milk potato chips. Yeah. Pig milk potato chips. This segment is on pig milk potato chips. Hosted by Booker. You know, Booker, that's his health tip channel.
That's my health tip for the day. The name of the segment is Pig Lip and Potato Chips.
Right.
It's from our culture, you know. Hey, it may not be what like everybody eat, but people from New Orleans know pig lip and potato chips. We talking about what the hell is.
Yeah.
Okay. So the new pig lip potato chips voice today is starch. Starch is bad. Starch is a chemical. Starch is spaghetti, rice, beans, potatoes, cane, juice, which is one of the highest concentration of starch. Starch is a binder. It's a chemical. To tie two unequal chemicals, you have to use starch, which is more starch. Starch will have you thinking logically why you should kill yourself. Okay, that's a message from Dr. Sebi. I'm a follower of his life, and you know I discovered him about 7 years ago, and some of his ideology has changed my life.
That's what's up. Well, look, I just found out, you know, shouts out and rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
They say BET is about to honor him during the BET Awards this year. And it's sad that we giving this man his flowers when he gone.
Yeah.
And like they always say, give me mine.
Nah.
Wow, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me my flowers here,
Yeah.
so I can know you appreciate what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, he's not here to visually see all the love he has. But I know he see it. He's not physically here to see it, you know. And it's great that everybody came together. You know, Bloods and Crips all over the world.
Oh yeah, harmony
Yeah,
came.
you know, the people they came
Love
together,
came
the
out.
world.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that was our modern day Malcolm X.
Yeah.
Our modern day Martin Luther King, you know. And the brother deserve all honor and praise. And so big up Nipsey,
Big up to Nipsey.
you know. Shouts out today.
LA Finest.
We'd like to thank you for another successful week of J&J. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And we're going to be coming at you every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday, you know. So if you have any comments or you have any problems, or, you know, just hit us up.
Yeah.
You know, I forgot the Gmail. But look, it's gonna scroll at the bottom.
Scroll at the
you know what I'm
bottom.
saying? Just look at the bottom.
And you gonna get it.
And you gonna get it. And if you have any comments,
Hit us
holler
up.
at us, you know. Shouts out to Scoop, the barber,
Shout out to Scoop.
ODH,
Big Purple.
you know what I'm
Man
saying?
love, you hear me?
Off the hook barbershops in New
Yeah.
Orleans, you need a fade.
Yeah, you need a fade.
Razor
Shouts
blade
out, go
fade,
get it.
Glide at Scoop.
Oh yeah.
D Miller.
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I'm
D
saying?
Miller definitely shouts out to D Miller as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Great person. Flavor, man. I mean, hairstyle. Shouts out also to Stevenson Academy.
Right.
It's a black-owned beauty and barber school in New Orleans. Go in there, man. If y'all want to go to school, just go on over there and get that education going on, man.
And if you're looking for a job, man, I've been down there and blessed to work for this new staffing agency. It's called Full Serve Staffing.
Service, okay.
And it's all black owned. Mr. Derek Rippey, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the opportunity, my brother.
So they're not saying you being racist, are they?
Nah, I don't think they're being
Okay,
racist because
okay.
you know sometimes you gotta reach out
just-
to your own to get your own. But we hire all races.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
Like, you don't have to be black to work for us. It's just black owned. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
At the end of the day. But if you need a job, you can call 713-982-8535. Ask to speak to me, Jay Washington. You know, I'll get you for an interview. You can come in, bring your resume, 2 forms of ID. You know, hopefully if we deal with food and hospitality, so you have to bring your TABC and your food handling license. If you don't have it, you got time to get it. But shouts out to Full Serve Staff and thank you for the opportunity. And
Could you repeat that number too for the
the
view?
numbers is 713-982-8535. That's right, 2100 South West Loop South, Suite 800, Houston, Texas 77027. Okay, you can put your resume on Indeed, and you can go online and fill out the application, and I'll call you to bring in for an interview. Okay, so that's us.
Sus.
We've been here. We love you.
Love y'all.
Thank y'all for kicking it with us, and we hope you stay. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we exist, and we would love to hear what you have to say.
Like and share.
You know, some people say why.
We say why not?